On EA Sports alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's
playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp throughout the season to get to the playoffs.
What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now let's go. Green 39. On second down, here's Moon. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming, an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now let's go. On first down, it's Moon. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now let's go. Green 39. To throw, Moon. And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Out of the gun, it's Moon. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big-time third down play for the Ravens. 41 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Now the Ravens bring out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 37. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job,
Now let's go.
QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
3-19. Watch you now, Barney. Barney.
They'll start on the ground with Foster. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
4 down. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. 36.
A first down carry for Foster. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Set. Blue 90.
They're going to look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Check 44.
Now back to throw. And he finds his target. It's sharp. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Now, Barney. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me.
I know you like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
A really
one.
good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They bring the 5 seed into the playoffs. Of course, they're one of the wild card teams. And when you're a wild card team, it makes it a little bit tougher. You have to win the extra game. But there's been a precedent set of teams doing that successfully in the past.
And it's usually teams that have aspects that really jump out at you and it really factors in the playoffs. I mean, Pittsburgh, they wrote a heavy run game with Jerome Bettis when they won in 2005. And then don't forget the Giants in 2007, that season, pass rush. Remember how big that was for them during the playoffs. And for Green Bay, it was the quarterback play of Aaron Rodgers. So to me, it's a matter of what's going to affect the game in a big way. Can that aspect of your team really make those plays?
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Moon. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
No. Check. Patriot. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, here's Moon. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Only 2 yards on the completion at second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
From the gun, Moon. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Joseph. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They convert on third with a gain of 22. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. Finding room to the 20. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
All right, here we go. Green 39.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Hey, here we go now. 3.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The Ravens on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Play action. It's Moon. And this is going to be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And this one is right down the middle. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Green 39. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Back!
They go play action here on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Holding. Offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line to center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
No. Check. Patriot! Gun!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Watch it now, Barney!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's complete to Sharp. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A couple of big plays in succession there for the Pats. They're on the move. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard. Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Watch it now, Barney! 4 down.
They'll hand off to Foster. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney!
Foster on 2nd down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! Here we go now! 3-19! 3-19!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. In for the score. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. To try here for the extra point.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a New England touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for it to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Here we go now.
And they'll go on the ground, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw on 2nd down, Moon. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go. 3, 9.
Operating from the gun. Moon. He is going to find Hill here. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go.
A play fake, now Moon. And he finds a man on a crossing route. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now a first down throw. Moon over the middle, complete. It's Joseph. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. And they'll run it here. And And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
On 3rd down, it's Wallace. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Ravens are in for 6.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Leopard! Leopard!
Watch the twist!
On 3rd down, Foster. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. On 3rd down, it's Wallace. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded at the 33. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling for the elevated team.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Would have put him in the lead.
Still first down.
Yeah, the celebration had to stop, didn't it? Because now you're on a real uptick. You're in the lead. Instead, you're still behind. Have to find a way to regroup.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Shift. Over. Gun.
Check, go get him.
They'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Set. Blue 90.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's man. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. So we're an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Green, 39.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. To the left side, complete to Sharp. And he's able to get out to the 32. Broad offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Tight end right.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Quick whip. Watch the whip.
On first, they stick with Foster. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
3 down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Over. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Back Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Check it out.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Out, 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 out.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who are going to play in any spot on the field.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
All right, here we go. Green.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Off the play fake. Moon. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Holding offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Ravens have got it.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Hey, boys, we got 4.
Here we go now. Green 39.
On first down, it's moved. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
4 down. Check.
Now let's go. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Twisting away. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on third down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
3-19.
Throwing on third and long. Moon. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Green 39.
He'll get it up the middle. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green.
From the gun on third down. Moon. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they decline it as that will bring up 4.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
So the Patriots coming out now. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
He's got his man sharp, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Double tight. Double tight. 3 down.
Set. Blue 90.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Single receiver, hey.
Leopard!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft it, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And the Ravens taking the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point kicker. Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now move. Over the middle, complete. It's Joseph. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way. But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Strong right.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Watch the ship.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, boy, you got 4. 4 down.
Set!
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
All right, here we go.
Off play action. Moon. Got his man complete over the middle. That's man. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Move. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. In for the score. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one. And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. So they won their division and earned the right to play at home in the first round of the playoffs, but this one is not going to script so far.
Nowhere did they have the thought process that they'd be down double digits. But the good thing is it's the first half. You and I know, I mean, you've been with me long enough now. Hang with the game plan. Stay the course for a while. Don't panic and change up things. Keep grinding. Long way to go in this ball game.
That was my question to you. You don't throw everything away. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney.
He'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
Gone!
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And incomplete here on third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now this offense about ready to take over again. If this game continues the way it's gone, it'll be, well, somewhat of enough to stay alive. Pretty big deal.
Yeah, when you pointed out that 5-over-4, first thing that flashed through my head was college basketball. When they get to their tournament, right?
Yeah, like the 8-9 seed first-round game.
Right, you always look at that before you thought your brackets, don't you? And you got to figure out which one you're going to pick, that 9 seed over the 8. And sometimes even that 7-10 game feels the same way. Not much difference between the two teams. Give them a lot of credit, though, for going on the road and getting it done in this one.
Yeah, that's a difference. NCAA tournament neutral site here on the road and putting some people on notice. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
A second nice move. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Moon to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's man. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now let's go. Blue landed.
To throw on third down. Moon. Got his man complete over the middle. That's man. And he's going to get this inside the 30.